They say the Migrant Compact is non-binding. I say, don't believe the hype. You know, the more I hear the apologists and the government-approved stenographers in the media party make a case for the UN Global Compact on migration, the more I keep having a flashback to a disturbing scene in the otherwise feel-good film, The Polar Express. I speak of that scene in which the uber-creepy elf tries to convince the kid from the wrong side of the tracks to give up his Christmas present, at least for a few hours more, given it's not quite Christmas Day yet.
Trust me.
Yikes! Don't know about you folks, but aside from Vulcans, can we truly expect pointy-eared creatures from folklore to be honest and sincere? Speaking of potentially deceptive creatures, I make mention of this scene given the number of creepy apologists for the UN Global Compact who continually harp on the fact that this pact is non-binding. It says so right in the nitty-gritty. They'll tell you over and over. In fact, they will steer you to a graph in the preamble, specifically point number 7, quote, "The Global Compact presents a non-legally binding cooperative framework that builds on the commitments agreed upon by member states in the New York Declaration for Refugees and Migrants," end quote. And point number 7 further goes on to state that the UN Global Compact, quote, "upholds the sovereignty of states and their obligations under international law," end quote. I think this is where things get tricky, given that, as always, when it comes to contractual language, the devil is always in the details, which is to say, I don't believe that the UN Compact is in fact non-binding, because it is not meant to be binding in terms of other countries having diplomatic rights over us, which is what a normal treaty does. But, and this is a huge but, folks, the compact is binding in terms of foreign migrants that have acquired legal rights over us. In fact, this document isn't even 35 pages in length, and yet the word rights appears 112 times. Furthermore, I draw your attention to Section 3.3f of Canada's Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, which states, quote, "This act is to be construed and applied in a manner that complies with international human rights instruments to which Canada is signatory," end quote. Does this mean the compact has already been imported into our laws? Because, you know, that's what it sure looks like to me. In fact, let's have a wager, shall we? Let's predict how soon in the new year that Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein and/or Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says they are greenlighting more migrants into Canada due to our obligations as laid out in the UN's Global Compact for Safe, Orderly, and Regular Migration. Oh, it's going to happen sooner rather than later. You'll see. Trust me. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. It seems that everyone wants to communicate by texting these days. The problem is, people just assume they can text any number and the text will be received. But what if the intended recipient never got that text? This can lead to bad customer relations and lost business. Now you can make any number a textable number. Introducing Unite's Text Me. Unite's Text Me allows you to receive text messages on your business number, even if it's an old-style landline. And you can even respond back to those texts. For more information, visit www.textmeanywhere.com. That's www.textmeanywhere.com, or simply text 877-864-8363.